The left-wing nutjobs have made it clear because they don't like President Trump. He is automatically a racist, Nazi, homophobe, bigot, sexist, intolerant tyrant. And you, as a Trump supporter, are also, by association, a racist, Nazi, homophobe, bigot, sexist, intolerant supporter of a tyrant. Oh, and according to Amal Clooney, in addition to all of that, Trump is also directly responsible for the killing of journalists. Hi, I'm Tommy, and yes, I have some final thoughts for Mrs. Clooney. At the United Nations Correspondents Association Awards Wednesday night, activist and wife of George Clooney, Amal Clooney, spoke out about regimes that imprison and murder journalists, and she placed that blame on, who else? Donald Trump.
The US president has given such regimes a green light and labeled the press in this country the enemy of the people.
Wow, Amal, your fear-mongering Trump deranged charade masqueraded as a humanitarian speech was better acting than I've seen from your husband in years, so bravo. But let's get something straight, Amal. President Trump refers to the leftist mainstream media as the enemy of the people because they are. He's not talking about journalists who report the truth or journalists like Jamal Khashoggi who are savagely murdered for doing their jobs. He's referring to those in the media and the press who attack him and his family day in and day out simply because he's not the president they voted for. He's referring to those in the media who care more about getting some sleazy soundbite of self-indulgence than reporting the news of the day. According to the Media Research Center, the broadcast networks all summer long pounded Donald Trump and his team with the most hostile coverage of a president in TV news history, 92% negative and only 8% positive. Over the 4 months, the Media Research Center did the work for us and watched all the networks and a total of about 33 hours of TV. And guess what? Less than 1% of the coverage was on the economy, an economy that's roaring. Trump is averaging 3% GDP growth, wages are ascending, and the median household incomes are now at their highest level of all time. The overall unemployment rate hovers around the lowest in nearly half a century, and unemployment rates for African Americans, Hispanics, and Asians are at or near all-time lows. That's quite a lot of winning Amal's journalist friends aren't touching, and why? Because it's the truth, and it shows what a good president we have in office. And it's funny Amal referenced the brutal regime of North Korea in her speech, since President Trump has been the only president in recent memory to accomplish anything with that country. And Amal pointing out fake news or revoking Jim Acosta's press pass for throwing a tantrum are not even in the same galaxy as the murder of Jamal Khashoggi, so nice try. Oh, and Amal, a Saudi journalist is killed on the other side of the world and it gets 24/7 coverage. Over 100 journalists have been killed just south of our border in Mexico since 2000, including 10 this year, and silence. Fake news only wants to try to make Donald Trump look bad. It's also worth noting these liberals can't get through a speech, awards ceremony, or any celebration without talking about Donald Trump. It sounds to me like they're either undercover fans or just completely obsessed with the man. That's real news, and those are my final thoughts from LA. God bless, and take care.